Skill Up 26 AI and the Future of Jobs. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Skill Up 26. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for joining me for another episode where we talk about personal growth, career development, technology, and the changing world around us. Today, we're going to discuss a topic that is already affecting millions of people. A topic that creates excitement for some people, fear for others, and uncertainty for almost everyone. That topic is AI and the future of jobs. Artificial intelligence is no longer something we only see in science fiction movies. It is already around us. We use AI when we search for information. We see it in recommendation systems. We experience it through digital assistants. Businesses use it to analyze information. Developers use it to write and test code. Companies use it to communicate with customers. Students use it to learn. Creators use it to produce content. And every year, AI becomes more capable. So, naturally, an important question is being asked everywhere. Will AI replace human jobs? Some people say yes. Some people say no. But the real answer is more complicated. AI will probably replace some tasks. It will change many jobs. It will create new types of work. And it will reward people who know how to use technology effectively. The biggest question isn't simply, will AI take my job? A better question is, how can I prepare for a world where AI becomes part of my job? Let's understand this through the story of a young professional named A.R. June. A.R. June had spent years building his career. He studied hard, completed his education, learned technical skills, and finally got his first professional job. He was proud. His family was proud. He believed his career was finally secure. For several years, everything seemed normal. He went to work, completed assignments, attended meetings, prepared reports, answered emails, solved problems, and gradually gained experience. Then one year, something changed. His company introduced a new AI system. At first, A.R. June wasn't worried. He thought, it's just another software tool. But then he noticed something. The new system could complete certain repetitive tasks in minutes. Tasks that previously took employees hours. It could summarize documents, analyze large amounts of information, generate drafts, identify patterns, automate routine processes, and assist employees with everyday work. A.R. June became nervous. He started thinking, what happens to people like me? What if the company doesn't need as many employees? What if my skills become outdated? What if I lose my job? These questions kept him awake at night. Then something interesting happened. One of A.R. June's colleagues reacted differently. Her name was Maya. Instead of being afraid of the new technology, she became curious. She started learning how the AI system worked. She experimented with it. She discovered what it could do. She learned where it made mistakes. She learned how to verify its output. She learned how to combine AI with her own professional knowledge. Within a few months, Maya became one of the most productive people on the team. She wasn't replaced by AI. She became more valuable because she knew how to use it. And that taught A.R. June the first major lesson. The future may not simply be about AI replacing people. It may increasingly be about people who use AI becoming more productive than people who don't. Think about calculators. When calculators became common, people didn't stop needing mathematicians. When computers became common, people didn't stop needing professionals. When the internet arrived, many jobs changed dramatically. Technology often destroys some tasks while creating new possibilities. AI is likely to do something similar. But there is an important difference. AI can influence many kinds of knowledge work. That means almost every professional should pay attention. A doctor may use AI to support research. A teacher may use AI to prepare learning materials. A programmer may use AI to assist with coding. A lawyer may use AI to review documents. A marketer may use AI to analyze customers. A designer may use AI to explore ideas. An accountant may use AI to automate repetitive analysis. A customer service professional may use AI assistants. A business owner may use AI to improve operations. The technology is becoming a general-purpose tool. And that's why AI literacy is becoming increasingly important. But what exactly is AI literacy? It doesn't necessarily mean becoming an AI engineer. It means understanding what AI can do, understanding what it cannot do, knowing how to communicate with AI tools, knowing how to check their output, knowing how to protect confidential information, and knowing when human judgment is necessary. Arjun started learning. He didn't try to become an expert overnight. He began with small steps. He learned how to write better prompts. He learned how to ask AI for different types of outputs. He learned how to provide context. He learned how to check information instead of blindly trusting the result. He learned that AI can sound extremely confident even when it is wrong. That lesson was extremely important because the future won't only require people who know how to generate answers. It will require people who know how to judge answers. And that brings us to one of the most important skills of the future: critical thinking. Imagine a company using AI to analyze customer complaints. The AI produces a report. It looks professional. It sounds convincing. But what if the underlying information is incomplete? What if the AI misunderstood the customer's problem? What if the data contains bias? What if the recommendation creates an unexpected risk? A human must question the result. That's why critical thinking remains valuable. The ability to ask, is this correct? How do we know? What evidence supports it? What could go wrong? What information are we missing? These questions can become more important, not less important, in an AI-powered world. Arjun also discovered another important truth. AI is very good at certain things, but humans are still uniquely valuable in many areas. Human beings understand emotions. We build relationships. We develop trust. We understand culture. We negotiate. We inspire. We lead. We make moral judgments. We take responsibility. And we create meaning. A machine may generate a message, but knowing what to say to a worried customer requires empathy. AI may analyze data, but deciding how to handle a sensitive human situation may require judgment. AI may generate 10 business ideas, but choosing which idea is ethical, practical, and meaningful requires human decision-making. This is why emotional intelligence is becoming increasingly valuable. Arjun began working on his communication skills. He learned to speak more clearly. He practiced explaining complex ideas in simple language. He learned to listen carefully. He learned to understand different perspectives. He became better at working with teams. And slowly, he realized something powerful. Technology can increase productivity, but human relationships create trust. And trust is incredibly valuable. Then came another lesson: creativity. For a long time, people believed creativity belonged mainly to artists. But creativity is much bigger than that. A programmer can creatively solve a technical problem. A teacher can creatively explain a difficult concept. An entrepreneur can creatively solve a customer problem. A manager can creatively improve a process. A content creator can creatively tell a story. AI can generate many possibilities, but humans still need to decide what is meaningful. Creativity isn't simply producing something. It's understanding why something should exist. That's a major difference. Arjun also realized that problem-solving would become more important. Imagine two employees. Employee A waits for instructions. Employee B sees a problem and starts looking for solutions. Which employee becomes more valuable? Usually, the person who can solve meaningful problems. As AI handles more routine tasks, human attention can move toward more complicated problems. That means workers should train themselves to become problem solvers. Don't simply ask, "What task was I assigned?" Ask, "What problem am I helping the organization solve?" That shift can completely change your career. Another important skill is adaptability. Technology changes quickly. The AI tools people use today may not be the tools they use tomorrow. Some software will disappear. New tools will emerge. Some job descriptions will change. New roles will appear. This means learning one technology and stopping isn't enough. You need the ability to learn continuously. Arjun created a new rule for himself. Every month, he learned something new. Sometimes it was an AI tool. Sometimes a technical concept. Sometimes communication. Sometimes business knowledge. Sometimes a completely different subject. He wasn't trying to know everything. He was building the habit of learning. And this habit became his greatest career protection. because skills can become outdated. But the ability to learn can keep creating new skills. Now, let's talk about something many people worry about. Which jobs will AI replace? It's difficult to predict exactly which individual jobs will disappear or remain. But we can think about tasks. If a task is highly repetitive, predictable, rule-based, and can be performed digitally, it may be easier to automate. That doesn't automatically mean the entire profession disappears. A job can contain dozens of tasks. AI may automate some. Humans may continue doing others. For example, a customer service employee might use AI to summarize conversations. A developer might use AI to generate routine code. An accountant might automate repetitive data processing. A marketing professional might use AI to analyze large data sets. The role changes. The human doesn't necessarily disappear. This distinction is extremely important. The future of work may be less about humans versus AI and more about humans working alongside AI. Consider an example. Imagine two employees. Both have similar education. Both have 5 years of experience. Both are intelligent. But Employee A refuses to use AI. Employee B learns how to use AI responsibly. Employee B can automate repetitive work, analyze information faster, generate initial drafts, explore more ideas, and spend more time solving complex problems. Over time, Employee B may become significantly more productive. That's why the real competition may not be humans versus AI. It may be people who use AI versus people who don't. But there is another warning. Using AI doesn't mean blindly trusting AI. This is where responsibility becomes important. AI can make mistakes. It can produce incorrect information. It can misunderstand context. It can create biased results. It can expose sensitive information if used carelessly. Therefore, AI skills must come with judgment. You should understand privacy. You should protect confidential information. You should verify important facts. You should follow workplace policies. And you should take responsibility for the final result. Technology doesn't remove responsibility. It increases the importance of responsible decision-making. Arjun eventually became the person in his company that others approached when they needed help with AI tools. But something interesting happened. He didn't become valuable because he knew one particular AI tool. He became valuable because he combined technology with human skills. He understood the business. He understood the customers. He could communicate. He could solve problems. He could think critically. And he knew how to use technology. That combination became powerful. This teaches another major lesson. Don't build your career around a tool. Build your career around abilities. Tools change. Fundamental skills remain useful. If you learn one specific application today, it may be different tomorrow. But if you learn how to learn technology, you'll be ready for the next tool. If you learn only one AI platform, you may struggle when it changes. If you learn the principles behind AI-assisted work, you'll be more adaptable. That's the difference between tool knowledge and transferable skills. Now imagine the year 2030. You walk into a modern workplace. AI assistants are everywhere. Some routine tasks are automated. Employees work with intelligent software. Data is analyzed faster. Communication is increasingly digital. Some old jobs have changed. New jobs exist that didn't exist years earlier. And the most valuable workers aren't necessarily the ones who know the most facts. They are the people who can combine knowledge, technology, judgment, creativity, communication, and adaptability. That's the future you should prepare for. So, what should you do today? Here are some practical steps. First, learn the basics of AI. Understand what generative AI is. Understand its strengths. Understand its limitations. Experiment with legitimate AI tools. Learn how they can support your work or studies. Second, learn how to write effective prompts. Give clear instructions. Provide context. Specify the desired output. Ask for alternatives. Ask AI to identify weaknesses, but always review the final answer. Third, strengthen your existing professional skill. Don't abandon your current career just because AI is growing. Instead, ask, how can AI make me better at what I already do? If you're a developer, learn AI-assisted development. If you're in marketing, learn AI-powered research and content workflows. If you're a student, learn responsible AI-assisted learning. If you're in healthcare, understand how AI is changing healthcare workflows. If you're in finance, learn how automation and analytics can support financial work. The goal isn't to become someone completely. Learn to explain difficult concepts simply. Because technical knowledge without communication can limit your influence. Fifth, develop critical thinking. Question information. Verify important facts. Look for evidence. Consider different perspectives. Never outsource your judgment completely to a machine. Sixth, become a problem solver. Don't wait for someone to give you every instruction. Look for inefficiencies. Find solutions. Create improvements. Ask better questions. Seventh, build emotional intelligence. Learn patience, empathy, listening, self-awareness, conflict management. These skills will remain important because workplaces are human environments. Eighth, stay adaptable. Don't become emotionally attached to one technology. Become attached to learning. The tool may change. Your ability to adapt shouldn't. Ninth, build a portfolio. Don't only say you know something. Show it. Build projects. Create examples. Document what you've learned. Solve real problems. Evidence is powerful. 10th, never stop learning. The future belongs to lifelong learners. You don't need to study for 10 hours every day. Even 30 minutes of focused learning can become powerful when repeated for years. A.R. June eventually understood that the biggest threat wasn't AI. The biggest threat was refusing to adapt. He remembered the time when he was afraid. He thought AI would automatically destroy his career. But he discovered something more useful. Fear asks, what if technology replaces me? Growth asks, how can I use technology to become more valuable? That change in perspective transformed his life. And perhaps it can transform yours too. If you're a student, don't fear AI. Learn it. If you're a working professional, don't ignore AI. Experiment with it. If you're a business owner, don't simply watch the change. Understand how it can improve your organization. If you're searching for a job, don't only collect certificates. Build practical skills. And if you're worried about the future, remember this. Nobody can predict exactly what the workplace will look like in 2030. But you can prepare for uncertainty. Build skills that remain valuable across different situations. Learn technology. Think critically. Communicate clearly. Solve problems. Work with people. Stay creative. Keep learning. And adapt. Because the future doesn't belong to those who know exactly what will happen. It belongs to those who are prepared to respond when things change. AI may change the world of work, but change doesn't automatically mean destruction. Change can create opportunity. A calculator changed mathematics. The internet changed communication. Computers changed offices. Smartphones changed daily life. AI is creating another major transformation. And every transformation creates winners and losers. The winners won't necessarily be the people with the most expensive degrees. They won't necessarily be the people with the highest intelligence. They will often be the people who recognize change early, learn continuously, adapt quickly, and create value. So don't ask only, will AI take my job? Ask these questions instead. What tasks in my job could AI automate? What skills will become more valuable? How can I use AI to improve my productivity? What human strengths can I develop? What can I learn this month? What problem can I solve better with technology? Those questions put you in control. And remember one final lesson. AI is a tool. A powerful tool, but still a tool. The future will be shaped not only by what technology can do, but by what humans choose to do with it. You have a choice. You can spend the next few years fearing change, or you can spend them preparing for change. You can complain that technology is moving too quickly, or you can start learning. You can wait for your company to train you, or you can take responsibility for your own growth. You can see AI as a threat, or you can see it as an opportunity to become more capable. The choice is yours. So start small. Learn one AI tool. Improve one professional skill. Read one useful book. Build one project. Practice your communication. Ask better questions. Solve one real problem. Then do it again tomorrow. Because the future isn't created in one day. It is created through thousands of small decisions. And the decision you make today could change where you stand 5 years from now. Thank you for listening to Skill Up 26. If this episode gave you a new perspective on AI and the future of jobs, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who is worried about the future of work, and subscribe to Skill Up 26 for more educational and motivational podcasts. Remember, don't fear the future. Prepare for it. Don't compete blindly with technology. Learn to work with it. Don't stop learning because you've completed your education. Keep learning because the world keeps changing. And most importantly, don't wait for AI to change your career before you start preparing. Start today. Learn today. Adapt today. Build today. Because the future belongs to people who are ready for it. This is Skill Up 26, where every episode is a step toward becoming a better, smarter, and more prepared version of yourself. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep adapting. And never stop preparing for tomorrow. See you in the next episode. Stay curious, stay consistent, and never stop learning.